They claim love is blind, yet perhaps it simply sees only what it chooses to. Let me ask you this. How can you tell if a woman's love for you is real? I'm not referring to cozy movie nights, generic birthday wishes, or the kind of affection you could mimic with a warm blanket and a stack of greeting cards. I mean the kind of love that alters the very fabric of her reality, the kind that shifts her emotional landscape without her even noticing. Here's the truth most won't admit. When a woman truly loves you, it's not just in her grand gestures. It's in the subtle cracks, the way she hesitates, what she conceals, where her gaze lingers when she thinks you aren't watching. You won't spot it in the grand romantic displays. You'll discover it in the unguarded moments, when she stops trying to impress. A 2018 UC study revealed that lovers unconsciously sync their brainwaves when they talk. That's not just romance. It's science. Your mere existence recalibrates her, and yet here you are, scrolling through forums at 2 a.m., questioning whether she loves you or just fears loneliness. Let's change that. No sugarcoating, no fantasies, just 7 undeniable signs she's not merely attracted to you, but profoundly, irrevocably connected to you. If you're tired of shallow dating tips and ready to explore the raw, unfiltered depths of love, even when it's uncomfortable, pay close attention. I've released an exclusive video, too controversial for public sharing. It's unfiltered, it's intimate. It's the kind of honesty that gets silenced, or worse, twisted. Only those who truly get it will have access. Link in the description or pinned comment. This isn't for the faint-hearted, but if this resonates, you belong inside. Sign 1. She challenges you like her life depends on it. Wait, what does that even mean? Here's the thing. When a woman truly loves you, her arguments aren't petty squabbles over chores or TV preferences. They're raw, messy clashes, like performing heart surgery on each other with dull blades. Want comfort? Date someone indifferent to your presence. Want love? Buckle up. Picture this. He's on the edge of the bed. She's by the door, tears and fury tangled, throwing out lines like, "You don't understand. You never do." And he's baffled, thinking, "We were happy yesterday. Why does this feel like a trial?" Because real love isn't safe. It strips you bare. And when she's in deep, not just into your charm, but your darkness, it terrifies her. Understand this. When a woman loves you, she hands you the detonator to her deepest vulnerabilities, the parts of her no one else has seen. And if she thinks you might fumble them, panic sets in. This isn't theatrics. It's survival. She's not lashing out at you. She's fighting for the version of herself that only you awaken. It's messy, it's illogical, but it's real. Take it from Søren Kierkegaard, a man who overthought love to extremes. The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all. Let that sink in. Her anger isn't the problem. Her fear is. She's terrified of dissolving into you. That's the paradox. The woman who genuinely loves you will sometimes be the hardest to love back, because surrendering to you means abandoning defenses she's spent a lifetime building. Every fight, every outburst, every misread goodnight text. That's her soul whispering, "Don't make me regret this." Sign 2, she reveals her ugly without apology. There's a moment in every real relationship that no one prepares you for. This isn't about messy hair or no makeup moments. It's deeper, the unpolished, unfiltered parts of her she's spent years hiding. The wounds she swore she'd never expose to someone who might walk away. When a woman truly loves you, something shifts. The performance stops. Not because she trusts you like a friend, but because something primal in her says, "You can carry this weight." And here's the thing. This isn't just vulnerability, it's surrender. It might happen casually, chopping vegetables when she suddenly mentions the year her mother was sick, or in the dark, her head on your chest as she confesses a shame she's carried since she was 16, or mid-laughter when a memory slices through the joy and leaves her silent. Her fear in these moments that you'll freeze, that you'll see her differently, that you'll emotionally retreat. But here's the truth. She wants you to stay. And yet, she's also testing whether you can. Love isn't just about admiration, it's about witnessing. We're all mosaics, half beauty, half fracture. Real love happens when the curation stops, when someone shows you the discarded footage of their life and says, "This too is me." The bravest thing a person can do is whisper, "This is who I really am." The most sacred response? Not looking away. Let's say you're mid-transformation. Dreams still unformed, scars still tender, bad habits on parole. If she's there not out of pity or convenience, but because she recognizes the work you're doing beneath the surface, that's love in its purest form. She isn't waiting for the finished you, she's invested in the becoming. Support says, "I believe in you." Love says, "I believe in who you are while you're figuring it out." This is the rarest intimacy, loving someone's chrysalis phase. Not the polished success, but the sweat and stumbles of the journey. And these signs aren't checklists, they're patterns, the kind that emerge when love isn't just felt, but lived. If you see them, you're not just wanted, you're woven in. She's loving who you are while you become. This is the rarest kind of love, the one that doesn't flinch at your unfinished edges. Most people will applaud your victories. She's the one who shows up for the attempts, the relapses, the quiet comebacks no one else notices. She doesn't love you in spite of your growth. She loves you within it. When you're raw, she doesn't hand you a script. She hands you a mirror and says, "I see you." When you're lost, she doesn't GPS your path. She sits in the passenger seat and says, "The road counts too." When you're ashamed of your own stumbles, she doesn't gaslight you with toxic positivity. She kneels in the dirt with you and whispers, "The ground is just another place to learn." This isn't romance. This is radical acceptance. The world loves a hero. She loves the human. The one who forgets to text back, who loses his temper, who sometimes doubts his own worth. Her love isn't a spotlight waiting for you to shine. It's a lantern carried beside you through the dark. So if you find her, the woman who loves your becoming as fiercely as your being, don't mistake her for safe harbor. She's the storm and the shelter, the question and the answer, the love that doesn't say, "I'll wait for you to change," but "I'll love you through it." And that's the only love worth measuring. This isn't just content, it's a crossroads. If these words landed somewhere deeper than strategy, if they echoed in the parts of you that care less about winning and more about wisdom, then this is your invitation. The private room isn't another locker room of empty flexing. It's for men who want power that doesn't come from domination, but self-mastery. Seek purpose sharper than clout or cash. Choose depth in a world that rewards surface-level living. We don't just discuss women. We dissect the self. How to stay rooted when life tries to uproot you. How to build a soul that doesn't fold under pressure. This isn't for everyone, but if you felt this in your bones, if you're tired of performative masculinity and hungry for something real, the link's below. Walk through if it's time. If not, let this linger. One day, you'll meet a woman who shows you these signs, and you'll finally understand why real love feels like recognition. Until then, stop scrolling. Start building. The door's open, but only you know if you belong inside. That's what she's doing when she shows you the unlovely parts. She's gambling with your perception of her. She's asking, if you love me in the light, will you still know me in the shadows? Sign 3. She remembers what you forgot. You shared, Most people listen to reply, some listen to critique, but when a woman loves you, she listens to archive, not just birthdays or food preferences, but the throwaway fragments of your history you didn't realize mattered. Like that time you casually mentioned your father's Sunday ritual, windows down, Springsteen blaring, and months later you slide into her car to find the same scene recreated without fanfare. No, look what I did. Just quiet living proof. I was paying attention. Real love isn't about memorizing facts. It's about hoarding the essence of you. She registers the shift in your voice after a stressful call. She files away the name of your first pet like it's a relic. She doesn't just know how you take your coffee. She remembers why, because your grandfather did it that way, and tradition is your silent love language. In an era where people forget texts mid-reply, deliberate remembrance is rebellion. Love at its core is attentiveness, and attentiveness is the rarest form of presence. When she resurrects details you'd abandoned to time, it's not just thoughtful, it's holy. She's not just hearing you, she's studying you, and that's a choice. Sign 4. She disrupts your complacency. Here's the lie we believe: if she makes me comfortable, she's the one. But love isn't a safety blanket, it's a catalyst. A woman who truly loves you will unsettle you, not to tear you down, but because she spots the dormant potential you've learned to ignore. She'll call out your excuses, reject your self-limiting narratives, push you toward the edges of your growth, even when you resent her for it. This isn't criticism, it's conviction. She challenges you because she sees you, the version of you that fear has convinced you doesn't exist. And that's the paradox. The woman worth keeping won't let you stay small, even if it means risking your temporary frustration. Love isn't peace, it's pressure, the kind that turns coal into diamonds. Sign 5. She guards your reputation in your absence. Picture this. Your name gets brought up in conversation. You're not there to hear it. What does she do? If a woman truly loves you, her loyalty isn't for show. It's reflexive. She doesn't just like you, she advocates for you. Maybe she corrects a misperception with quiet precision. Maybe she shuts down a backhanded comment with a single look. Maybe she simply smiles in a way that says, "You don't know him like I do." This isn't about blind allegiance. It's about bearing witness to your totality, defending not your perfection, but your humanity. Even when you stumble, she won't let others define you by your worst day. Here's the litmus test. How does she speak of you when you're not there to reward her for it? Real love operates in the shadows. It's the unobserved moments, the way she shuts down gossip, or the pride in her voice when she tells a stranger, "He's the kind of man who," followed by something you didn't realize she'd noticed. A story that says it all. A man once overheard his girlfriend at a party. Someone dismissed his career path. He could aim higher. Instead of nervous laughter, she replied, "You see the surface. I see the foundation he's laying." That's love in its purest form. Someone who fights for the version of you that's still becoming. Because here's the truth. Infatuation enjoys you. Love protects you, especially when you're not watching. If she's your safe harbor even in rooms you'll never enter, that's not just affection. That's a soul-deep endorsement of who you are at your core. Sign 6. She weaves you into her unlived days. Want to know if she's truly in love? Listen for the quiet we in sentences about tomorrow, not the grandiose "let's buy a villa in Spain someday" fantasies, but the unconscious, offhand moments. "We should try that new restaurant next winter. Maybe we'll..." Rearranging her bookshelf and musing, "You'd hate how I organize this." She's not drafting wedding vows. She's practicing your presence in a life she hasn't lived yet. And the most telling part, she doesn't even notice she's doing it. Love isn't about certainty, it's about inclination. When she picks up your preferred coffee beans, just in case, or debates paint colors with "what would feel like us," That's her subconscious building a home for you in her future. This isn't codependency. I need you to exist. It's, the story I'm writing feels truer with you in it. Sign 7, she loves the draft version of you,